Fire it up. Give it a second for everybody to get here. For it to actually fire up. It is, huh? Alright, no updated messages on Fiverr. Stream says we're live now. See what Alibaba's record is. Of course, I get a text now that my phone's on here. Hangzhou, China. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba set a sales record on Singles Day, the world's largest 24-hour shopping event. Gross merchandise value, a figure that shows sales across Alibaba's shopping platforms, surpassed last year's 213 billion yuan, or nearly 30.5 billion American dollars, on Monday afternoon local time, and kept rising through the rest of the day. Whoa. Afternoon. It was the 11th edition of the annual Singles Day event, also called the Double 11 Shopping Festival because it falls on November 11th during the 24-hour period, which began at midnight in Singapore and Hong Kong. Alibaba offered huge discounts across its e-commerce sites such as Tmall. Alibaba's single-day sales last year exceeded the spending by consumers during any single U.S. shopping holiday, such as Black Friday or Cyber Monday. To help boost sales, Alibaba expanded the number of discounted items in this year's event and put a heavy emphasis on live streaming via its platforms to help sell goods. Live streaming has become a big part of the shopping experience on Chinese e-commerce sites. Online personalities often speak to their followers and talk about products as well. On Wednesday, Kim Kardashian did a live stream announcing her fragrance brand, KKW, will be available for sale on Tmall. Whoa. Alibaba's new record comes as it faces a slowing Chinese economy and stiff competition from domestic rivals. Where Alibaba is the name often associated with mega shopping event, competitors JD.com and Pinduoduo all offer their own sales. JD.com was already offering some Double 11 discounts before the actual day. Even Southeast Asia's e-commerce platforms have jumped on the bandwagon. The day got off to a strong start for Alibaba. GMV hit 12.01 billion in the first hour. Jesus, within an hour and a half, Alibaba's sales exceeded the total reach on Singles Day in 2016. Whoa. Some of the top-selling products early in the day include the 5G version of Huawei's Mate 30 Pro smartphone, as well as Apple's iPhone 11 and Pro Max. Amid the ongoing U.S.-China trade war, there were some concerns that American brands could get their cold shoulder from Chinese consumers, but this was not the case. The U.S. was the second country by GMV in terms of countries selling to China. Huh. I don't own any Alibaba stock. This is very interesting. You never like to see the owner of a company selling shares, not believing, cashing out, basically. Uber co-founder and director Travis Kalanick sold more than $500 million worth of stock last week after the company's lockup period expired. That's a lot of fucking $500 million, $500 million. That guy just cashed out $500 million Uber's 180-day restriction on inside and early investor sales came to an end on Wednesday, sending the stock down that day in anticipation of a wave of sales. Kalanick, the former CEO of Uber, was ousted from the top seat after being accused of fostering an unhealthy workplace environment, sold over 20 million shares held in a trust over 3 days last week. According to a financial filing submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission on Friday, Uber's stock has plummeted to about $27 per share as of Friday, closing price from opening price of $42 in its May debut. Jesus. Uber's market value is now about $45 billion, down from nearly $70 billion. It's almost lost half its fucking value. Uber's market value is now about, Kalanick still directly owns more than 70 million shares in Uber, according to the filing. Despite his tenuous relationship to the company's filing accusations of sexual harassment and discrimination at Uber under his leadership, Kalanick still sits on the board and was present at the New York Stock Exchange during the company's IPO in May, though not on the dais with company executives. While it's unclear where Kalanick chooses to sell his shares, he could use the money to help fund his new venture, Cloud Kitchens. According to its website, the startup plans to rent space to restaurants for delivery-based businesses. Oh my god, that's the video we posted on YouTube today. The project has again cast controversy on Kalanick after the Wall Street Journal reported he raised $400 million from Saudi Arabian fund that is also a major investor in Uber. The Central Intelligence Agency concluded last year that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal. Whoa. Project has again controversy on Kalanick after the Wall Street reported he had $400 million from Saudi Arabian fund that is also a major investor in Uber. The Central Intelligence Agency concluded last year that Saudi Crown Prince. Whoa. So he's like, I don't care. They just gave me $400 million. That's cool. I don't like glasses, though. I don't wear glasses. How is that good for your eyes? Oh, man. I like my human eyes seeing shit in the world as is. I don't think screens are good either. Most of the biggest names in tech are racing to create smart glasses that we wear everywhere and that may replace our smartphones. The information reported on Monday that Apple is planning to launch an augmented reality headset in 2022, followed by glasses in 2023. Apple isn't the only one working on these sorts of initiatives. What am I going to walk around with a fucking headset on all day? There's a race to create smart glasses that overlay digital information on top of the real world around you. Almost every major tech company appears to have some interest in playing a part. Advocates of the technology hope that you'll one day be able to replace every screen in your life with just one pair of smart glasses. No. We're likely years away with that, but that's plenty of development happening in the augmented reality right now. No. Microsoft is working on advanced augmented reality products. Its HoloLens 2 headset went on sale last week, and a modified version is being tested by the Army to make soldiers more effective on the battlefield. Called IVIS, the Army's version can overlay images like the position of fellow soldiers and the enemy over the vision of the soldiers who wear the HoloLens headset. And soldiers can use it for training to see how they perform during battle situations. Whoa. Jables, that sounds terrible. Doesn't that sound fucking awful? Like, would you want to wear a VR headset all day or fucking glasses with, like, ads and shit over everything you look? That sounds fucking so awful. Like, I don't want that. Like, I can put my phone down or look the fuck away. Has commercial uses too. HoloLens 2 is capable of displaying computer programs over your vision, so you don't always have to sit at a computer to do work. No! It can help workers in the field identify problems. Can you imagine, like, fucking warehouse workers that have to wear this because it's telling them where to pick products and warehouse? Like, can you imagine Amazon workers fucking having to crank with these things on? They're going to be like, here's your VR headset, sir. And then how the fuck do you take it off and go back to normal light and shit? I am super out on this. Like, I don't want any of this. Google has been trying to sell Google Glass products. Oh my god, dude. Get out of here. Look at this fucking guy. This looks stupid. Look at how fucking stupid you look, sir. You look like a fucking spider or some type of 8-eyed bug, dude. Get out of here. I'm a normal human being. Get the fuck out of here with that. Oh, great. Yeah, you gonna walk around like that all fucking day with an Oculus Rift on your fucking head? Look, these are stylish ones. These are super stylish. Get a model. Have her smile. I turned a $4 Saturday into $33 Saturday into the $218 main event last night. Busted out late in the main event, unfortunately. Damn, Jables, that's what's up, though. We're going to play some poker a little bit later. The streaming wars. I want to watch SpaceX launch another Starlink 60 satellites. Let's get to the fucking launch. Is this just a hype video?
Once we reach the fairing, this fairing previously flew an engineer on the Starlink team here at SpaceX. In honor of Veterans Day, we would like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to all our veterans at SpaceX and to those across the country who have served.
Wait,
thank you for all
did this happen this morning?
that you continue to do. Every launch is an exciting launch, but today's launch represents some particularly notable milestones for SpaceX. First, today's launch will be the first time we're reflying a Falcon 9 booster for the 4th time. This booster previously flew on Iridium 7, Salcom 1A, and
Damn,
PSN
flying
6.
a booster for the
Following
4th
today's
time.
Flight, we'll be attempting to recover it for a 4th time on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, out in the Atlantic Ocean. Second, this is the first time we'll be flying a recovered fairing. This fairing previously flew on the Falcon Heavy Arabsat mission earlier this year. And last but not least, of course, we'll be launching another 60 Starlink satellites to orbit. These 60 new satellites will make Starlink one of, if not the largest satellite constellation to date. We'll talk more about these new satellites later on in the webcast.
Yeah, what is that?
Lots of exciting stuff going on for today's mission, but let's take a closer look at Falcon 9 on the pad.
This is crazy as fuck.
A live view of Falcon 9.
This happened this morning.
Two-stage liquid-fueled launch vehicle. The bottom 2/3 of the vehicle is the first stage, and this is what accelerates the vehicle through the Earth's atmosphere to the edge of space with the help of 9 Merlin engines. Today we're going to be flying this first stage for a 4th time and also attempting its 4th recovery on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, which is currently stationed about 340 nautical miles northeast of the Cape, off the coast of Charleston, South Carolina.
What?
Above the first stage is the second stage, which has a single Merlin vacuum or MVAC engine, and that engine ignites after the first stage separates. The second stage is what will carry the Starlink satellites to an altitude of 280 kilometers above the Earth's surface. And from there, over the course of the next few weeks, the satellites will use their onboard Krypton propulsion system to move up to their operational altitude of 550 kilometers. Now, the stack of those 60 Starlink satellites is safely tucked away inside the 17-foot diameter payload fairing, which is that part at the very top.
That's
Once we reach the vacuum
wild.
of space, we will jettison the fairing as the second stage continues on its journey to orbit. And as I mentioned earlier, we are flying our very first reuse fairing, which is super cool because this is the first time anyone that we're aware of has ever attempted to refly a fairing. And for those of you who follow us, you know we've been working towards this milestone for a while, so we're super excited to finally try it.
Is that the
Now, we're not
top
gonna attempt to catch
payload
the fairing
piece?
halves today as originally planned because the team had some concerns about stress to the ships in high seas prior to launch, but we're planning to retrieve the halves once they splash down in the ocean. So again, there's lots of activity today, so let's check in with Jesse for a status update.
Those two big halves break
My name's
apart
Jesse
with all the
Anderson, and I'm
satellites
the
and
lead
shit?
manufacturing engineer here at SpaceX. All is looking good for an on-time launch of today's exciting Starlink mission. Falcon 9 rolled out to the pad with the payload last night and went vertical this morning. The chief engineer held a technical poll at T-1 hour, and the launch director held a propellant load and launched go-no-go poll at T-38 minutes.
Damn.
Falcon 9 has been loading propellant since T-minus 35 minutes, and currently our rocket-grade kerosene, or what we call RP-1, is nearly fully loaded on the first stage.
Fatty old
and the
wake and
second
bake?
stage is already
Let's do
fully
it,
loaded.
Mr. Bitcoin.
Liquid oxygen loading is currently underway on both stages. At T-minus 7 minutes, engine
This shit
fill
is
will
crazy.
begin. This is where we allow a small
This is the
amount
future,
of the
yo.
super chilled liquid oxygen to flow into the Merlin engine turbo pumps prior to the full flow of liquid oxygen into the vehicle to avoid any shocks to the system. Finally, at T-minus 4.5 minutes, the transporter erector will retract away from the rocket slightly, and that'll provide clearance for Falcon 9 to lift off of the launch pad.
Holy shit.
As for the spacecraft, the Starlink satellites remain
Dude,
powered
so
down
much has to
until
go
just
right
after
here.
separation
Like,
from
so
the
much
second
has to
stage,
go right.
which will occur roughly an hour after liftoff. If you watched our first satellite launch, then you may recall that the Starlink satellites are stacked flat on top of each other, and then
Tough
are
spot.
released
What's good? What's
simultaneously
good?
during payload deploy, followed by orbit raising.
Oh my god,
Prior
what
to
is
orbit
that?
raise,
Are
SpaceX
those all the
engineers will
satellites?
conduct data reviews to ensure the Starlink
This
satellites
is
are
insanity.
operating as intended. As we noted prior to the
I
launch,
feel like-
we're keeping an eye on one
Dude,
of the
I feel like
satellites
we're
that
in Star
may
Wars.
not
Like,
orbit
this is
raise.
insane.
If for
Like, do you
any
realize
reason the
humans
satellite is
are
not
just
performing
starting
as
to reach
expected,
space? Like,
SpaceX
leaving
will
Earth.
de-orbit the spacecraft.
Like, we're
The
gonna leave
components of
Earth.
each
In my life,
satellite
well,
are
not
fully
all of us,
demisable
but
and are expected to
we're gonna be
quickly
starting
burn up in Earth's
colonies
atmosphere,
outside of
a
Earth
measure that exceeds
within
all
my
current
lifetime.
safety
That's
standards.
fucking insanity.
Once the health checkouts are complete,
Weed
the
is
satellites
legal in
will
Ohio,
then
medically
use their
legal.
onboard ion thrusters powered by krypton to propel themselves to an altitude of 350 kilometers.
I bought a
Now let's
bunch
take a
of
look at
this.
the
My
weather,
stocks are all down
And
today.
it looks like we have
We
some
bought
great
this
weather
Maxar
this morning over there in
Technologies.
Cape Canaveral.
We
There's
own
a very
45
small
share,
chance of
43
showers
shares
and some clouds with
at a
only
total
a 20%
cost.
chance of launch
We
violation.
were in for almost
So we will
$500.
continue to
It's
monitor
down a
this
little bit.
all the way down to T-minus 0 to ensure that the weather
Green Days,
remains
you
good
watch
for
this?
launch, but it's looking
This
great
is
over there.
tight. I wish I could buy stock in
The Air
this.
Force range
I
is
do have
prepared
Tesla.
to support today's mission. Waters are clear of any ships.
Very,
and the
very
range
little bit,
continues
though.
to
Very,
ensure
very
the
little bit,
safety
'cause it
of
doesn't pay
our
dividends.
launch. We
But
are
this shit is the
continuing
future.
to count down to liftoff, but if for any reason we do have to call a hold on today's launch, we have a backup opportunity tomorrow, November 12th at 9:34 a.m. Eastern Time.
I love this little,
But
like,
at this time, our systems are go for an on-time
this little dial
liftoff,
down here, like 8
approximately
minutes till
8
engine
minutes from
chill,
now.
strong back retract, start
So
up,
for those of you who
lift
don't already
off.
know, Starlink is SpaceX's effort
should I
to
skip
bring
to engine chill?
high-speed, low-latency broadband internet to people.
I saw it
across the
from my
globe,
backyard
particularly-
today.
Particularly to areas where connectivity
What?
has been unreliable, too expensive, or completely unavailable. Most
Dude, this
satellite
is the
internet
first
services
time
today
they're
come
gonna
from
recover these
geostationary
fairings
satellites,
up top
and those
that
are
hold the
single satellites
satellites.
that orbit the planet at about
Or this is the first time
5,000
they're
kilometers,
reusing
covering
a
fixed
recovered
region
fairing.
above
They've
the Earth.
already used this
Starlink
and
is a
recovered it
constellation
once,
of multiple
and this is its
satellites that
second
orbit the
launch.
planet
That's
at
pretty
about
crazy.
550 kilometers and cover the entire globe.
Like, imagine how much that saves you.
The
Oh my god,
round-trip
I want to
data
know what
time
these are
between
doing.
the user and the satellite, also known as latency, is much faster than with satellites that are in geostationary orbit.
This is crazy.
Additionally, each satellite performs autonomous collision avoidance maneuvers throughout its lifetime, so that they don't run into each other to create space debris. This is the first constellation to have this advanced capability. In
Wow.
addition, each satellite is fully demisable, meaning at the end of life, the satellite's components are expected to burn up in the Earth's atmosphere. Low Earth orbit satellite
Wow.
constellations at this scale are incredibly difficult to build. But the performance of those
Anytime they
initial
launch
60
from Cape
satellites that we
Canaveral, I
launched
can
back
see the
in May
rocket
has been
engines
very
flame and smoke
promising.
truck. Damn, that's
In fact, just a
amazing.
couple weeks ago,
That's, like,
Elon sent
inspiring
a
to
tweet
see.
Using the Starlink network for the first time. We still have a ways
No, tough spot. No, you can't. Not in Ohio. Not yet. Not in Ohio. Not yet. We have to go to the dispensary.
to go from tweets to 4K cat videos, but we are on our way. Our goal is to start offering service in the
Hopefully
northern United
soon, though.
States and Canada as soon as next year.
Oh, did we
expanding
cross
to a
over into
global
engine chill?
constellation after an expected 24 launches. Now, the team responsible for this enormous task is largely based in Redmond, Washington. The Redmond team, along with their counterparts across the company,
Tend to have
there
always
they
lived
are.
in a place that you could
Look at
always
our
see the
team.
shuttle and the rocket launcher.
Hi, guys.
I'm in Canada,
The
so it's
Redmond
wild
team,
up here,
along
all
with their
legal.
counterparts across the company.
Yeah, my brother works for like a tech company that does canopy growth and Aurora Cannabis's like tracking systems and stuff like that. They mainly did like product tracking and inventory tracking for pharmaceutical and drug companies. So it just kind of fits in with the regulations and stuff. So He goes up to Canada and has been to like the Aurora Sky facility and all that stuff. And
Company have implemented a number of upgrades.
I grew up with the shuttle missions. Damn, Green Days, that's
doubling
dope.
The number of steerable phased array broadband beams, a 400% increase in data throughput per satellite, and the inclusion of a new Ka band antenna system. Between the satellite upgrades, the first reflight of a fairing today, and this being the first fourth flight of a Falcon 9, there's a ton of cool stuff happening on today's mission, with liftoff just a few minutes from now.
This is so wild.
Currently 4.5 minutes from liftoff. Falcon
I've been a
9 is
cron
moving
for almost
into the
20
final
years. Hell yeah,
stages of
Tough
the
Spot. Hell
countdown.
yeah.
The first and second stages are both nearly fully loaded with 1 million
Let's
pounds
engine
of
chill.
kerosene fuel
Chill it
and
down,
liquid
bro.
oxygen. First stage should finish propellant loading at T-3 minutes and second stage at T-2 minutes. At
So when I saw
60
Cannabis using the
seconds,
title,
be sure
yeah,
to
I
listen into the
own.
call out for Falcon
Unfortunately,
9
I'm
in
getting
startup.
spanked on it right
This
now.
means that the rocket's autonomous
But I
internal
own a
flight
chunk
computers have
of
taken
obviously
over the
Canopy
launch
Growth and
countdown.
Aurora.
The Starlink payloads
They've been
continue
spanking me
to
all
be
year though.
healthy.
That's
The
all my
Falcon 9
losses
team
in
is
this
tracking
account.
no
I just
issues on the
started
rocket.
investing in
Weather
Robinhood
is still
January
looking
29th of
amazing,
this year.
and the range is green for
And
launch.
you can see
so
it's
let's go
spanked
listen
the
into
fuck
the
out of me
countdown.
all year. From like the $12,000 I put in here, we're down to 7,500, but we still hold the shares. So we've actually been buying more and cost averaging ourselves down. We're into Canopy Growth at $34, and it's at $20 right now. And ACB, we're at 732. It's at 365. So they had a nice run up last week, though. We're making our way back. I know it's just quarters of time before they're profitable and doing their thing. I mean, the cannabis industry isn't going away, you know. The girl's cute as fuck and smart as shit. Genius. They're engineers. Those were engineers. Which I kind of like what they're doing here. They're like pushing like the female agenda to get into the STEM research and like girls becoming engineers and stuff like that. And like, you know, it's awesome that they let their engineers like get to commentate on this. I'm sure those girls worked hard as fuck to make sure this thing gets off the ground, and now they get to like, you know, commentate a little bit. It seems like they let all their engineers come and commentate a little bit. Okay, so I guess I was an advisor for 11 years. That's what's up. That's what's up. An advisor for what? For cannabis? Or for stocks? For like financial advisor, you mean? Financial advisor. Oh, damn, that's dope. I've been learning a lot, like so much. Like I started out just buying the cannabis stocks, mutual funds, that's what's up. I like to individually pick, but I understand that I should probably be doing that. And I started out with cannabis stocks, and obviously they started tanking, so I started getting into like dividend pairs. And really what I started with was like Verizon and Duke Energy, because my energy bill goes to Duke and Verizon is my fucking phone, you know. And in my mind I was like, maybe one day if I get enough of this dividends, they'll pay for my bills, you know. But I've really spread it out now. And honestly, if I sign back into M1 Finance, I started a new account on M1 Finance over here. Both of these are free trading sites in America. I don't think you can use them in Canada. Yeah, I know, mutual funds. But this kind of acts like a mutual fund. So you build like a pie of stocks. I have 100 different stocks in here, and I basically have pieception. So I did a pie with just different sectors I wanted to throw in there. And then within there, like say within my real estate pie, I have all these actual picks, and they're broken down into another pie that you can weight how much you want in each one. Like I said, I want 10% of my real estate pie to be NRZ. And so this auto invests for you. And I started this account September 9th, just depositing like $100. And over here, we've just have nothing but growth, because I made this nothing but like, basically this is all dividends. Except for in the tech sector here, I have Amazon, Google, Netflix, Facebook, and I put in Tesla in here as well in my travel and car section. Tesla's in here. But other than that, it's all dividend paying stocks. So this thing just kind of cranks, and I kind of learned, like, you know, I learned passive investing a little bit. Just have some fun with it. Well, at the end of the day, all I did was get people to transfer their investments over and sell them some life insurance. Damn, just have some fun with it. Invest based on your time horizon, when you need it, and stomach for risk. I don't need it. I don't need it. I want long-term growth. Like, I want to one day retire off. I have no retirement. Like, I don't have a corporate job that comes with retirement. You know what I mean? I own rental property. I have one rental property. I'm looking at picking up another one. I own the house I'm sitting at right now. You know, I have a small cannabis company, a very small. I mean, we do like $1,000 a week in sales in CBD products. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to think of how I retire in 30 years, though. But I got to start now, though.
Go for launch.
That's why we put 11 G's in here, 12 G's in here this year. If I can do that every year, God, imagine when I'm 60, the dividends this shit will be paying.
T-minus 30 seconds.
You know, this movement's really going to go off when people learn how many other cannabinoids behind THC, CBD there are, and like how effective they are treating other ones like CBN, CBG, THCV. Absolutely, absolutely. And we're just now, like the past like 5 years, really, not even. We've been starting to like isolate those things. You know what I mean? And be able to play with them, and it's amazing. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
4, 3,
holy shit!
2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Whoa!
Liftoff.
Dude!
Gratitude to our veterans today and always. Go USA!
Go USA! Holy shit!
Falcon 9 is pitching.
This is a private company, though. Like, is NASA a part of this? What's going on here? I guess it is because it's at Cape Canaveral.
Stage 1 crossing.
Holy shit! That's got to be a lot of power. Which you would know, but yeah, people stress over this shit, have heart attack young, but you smoke weed, so you're good. Yeah, I just think about it, man. I like money. I like, you know, I like money for what it gives me, the safety it gives me, the ability to travel and meet people and do things, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a greed thing, it's just like a being okay thing. You know what I mean?
55 seconds into launch, and we've
make sure I can take care of myself and my family, you know?
And a beautiful view of the Falcon 9 vehicle making its way to orbit.
This is insanity.
We are coming up in about 10 seconds here on max Q. That is the maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will see during ascent. We should be able to hear that call out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small company.
Aerodynamic pressure.
We take isolate and formulate our own products.
Max Q. Coming up next is a rapid succession of events.
We sell tincture, you know, salves, bath bombs. We were doing vape products, but I got rid of those. And we're going to kind of head into the pet tincture and pet treat direction here shortly.
And then seconds after will be the lighting of our second stage engine, which we call second engine startup, or SES-1.
This is insanity, yo.
That is coming up here in about 45 seconds.
And back engine chill.
And we've got a great view this morning with some pretty clear blue skies, the earth in the background. Now, if you're just now joining us, we are 30 seconds
So I'm an
away
OG
from
and prefer
main
smoking
engine
flower.
cutoff.
I'm the
Stay
same way, man. I prefer flower myself. But I've been considerate and just don't know what brand, etc. and why. So, I mean, I don't like to brag or anything like that, but it's really about sourcing, quality, testing. All of ours is Colorado-grown hemp. It's processed by Mile High Labs. I've been in the industry for 15 years. I lived in Denver for 5 years. I ran dispensaries, commercial grows out there. And that's kind of how I've made these connections I've made, and I have the best pricing. I'm basically buying kilos of CBD isolate or anything I want. As if I'm buying truckloads of the fucking shit. And so I formulate our own products here. We have lab tests to back it up coming out of Mile High Labs, and then we actually have third-party lab tests. I don't think I have one printed over there on the printer right now. For our actual products. So like our salve here, people love our salve. And we add menthol to it, so it's got like the cooling effect of like an icy hot rob. So it's got that immediate cooling effect and like kind of muscle release with our sore muscle product, as well as, you know, appropriate amounts of CBD actually in there and high quality products. So the tinctures sell really well. Anybody who's doing tinctures, I honestly, like, the reason I started the company was because my own mother started buying CBD products, and she was buying them from gas stations, and I was like, all right, if you're going to start buying this stuff, I'm going to source it. And it just kind of like spread, you know what I mean? Because I knew I could get high quality stuff. I knew that she was getting ripped off. We have the best pricing in the market retail wise. I challenge anybody to find a 1,000 milligram bottle of CBD isolate tincture for $30. I challenge it, and I will beat the price. Just because I believe prices are too high and it's an ever falling market, and our prices will come down, because I do it for the end consumer. And I've had so many people, it's crazy, like friends and family use it for so many different things and say it helps sleeping at night. I've had like a friend's mom who had panic attacks, telling me that it really helped stop her panic attacks in the middle of the night and stuff like that using the tincture. Tons of people with like just aches and pains and stuff use the salve and stuff like that. So it's like really crazy. Like at first I was like, oh, if you would have asked me 10 years ago what I thought about the hemp and the CBD market, I would have been like, it's great for epilepsy. Absolutely. I actually have some customers in Illinois that place orders regularly for her daughter, and they swear by our product, like swear by it, and they found it because a vape store friend of mine started carrying it out there, and they hit us up direct, and every time they order, I send them double their order, because, I try and get it to people that need it like that as much as possible, and give out as much as we can, If all CBD was the same. So when it gets broken down to this chemical isolate, this right here is literally, I could probably go run and grab a jar. This CBD isolate is the chemical compound CBD. It's 99. This jar was 98.8, and it changes as we order new batches, And 1 share of Alfrea and like 13 of Curaleaf. I wish I could get Curaleaf Green Days. I really wish it was on Robinhood or M1 Finance. I wish it was. I would get Curaleaf too, if I had access to it. The new batch we're on is like 99.9% CBD. So at this point, it's a flavorless, odorless chemical compound. You know what I mean? How do you take the powder? Snort it? No. You can just ingest the powder. In fact, some people just press it into pills, and we are going to get a pill press at some point. It's just expensive, and we got to have the orders for it and stuff. We need to up our sales before we can do anything like that. But right now, the way everybody does it is a hemp oil tincture. It's a drop, so it's literally coconut oil, natural flavorings, whether that be mint extract, cherry extract, vanilla extract, I think are our 3 main flavors, and then the CBD isolate, and it's homogenized and blended well into the product, so it's even throughout, and then we bottle it up and label it and ship it out. It comes in a child-proof, tamper-evident sealed top. So just like any other medicine bottle. So soulsourcelighting.com. And the bath bombs are fun for gifts. Like if you need something for medical, I would never direct you to purchase a bath bomb. Like they're fun gifts. Women love them. I gave them out for Christmas last year. It was like one of the hit gifts. So those are just for fun, really. They have different scents and stuff like that. Free. Shipping's free. Free shipping. I eat shipping. I was gonna put a minimum on there of like a $50 or $100 order, because when somebody just buys one bottle, it really fucking sucks, when they buy like the smallest amount. When they buy like our smallest product, or like if somebody were to buy like just one bath bomb at the cheapest price for $15, when I eat the shipping on that, trust me, I do not make money. Alright, bet I'll buy a bath bomb for my mom for Christmas. I guarantee you she'll love it. I know she will. It's not like how much is shipping to Chicago. It's not like against financial rules for me to invest in a company I work for. Is it like not like insider trading? I don't know what financial decisions are being made. I just know the quality of what's going to be on the market since I helped grow it. I don't know. I would speak to somebody about that though, but honestly, I wouldn't give a fuck unless you were like honestly, you're not moving enough weight in the market for the SEC to look into you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're making 100K swings. If you were, then I'd probably talk to somebody and figure out a better way. I rented a house to a buddy years ago, and he brought spider mites in the prick. Oh my god. You just have to know how to handle it though, tough spot. Honestly, you're always gonna get pests and disease and stuff like that. It's all about your IPM and pest control and all that stuff and making sure you're on top of it all the time, because they're gonna come. It's going to come in eventually, somehow, some way. It's how you handle it immediately, immediately seeing the problem if it does get in there and eliminating it immediately, not letting it ride through and then really contaminating the fuck out of the place. You know what I mean? I just want to invest for my... Alright, so at least 2 to 3 products. Please. You can just buy one. If you buy one tincture bottle, we're okay. If you just buy one bath bomb, that's where I get fucked. And it's really just the bath bomb that's that cheap. You know what I mean? So that's why I just leave it be, because nobody really does that. I just want to invest in my retirement, and if that could be with cannabis as much as possible, the better. That's how I started Green Days, but then I was like, alright, I'm still here. This is way more fun. Like, honestly, there's not much I have to do to this except for hit the deposit button, and it has auto invest. Every time $10 in dividend roll in, it'll throw it right back in the system, and it snowballs, you know what I mean? And the stress of watching these pot stocks and getting nothing out of them this whole year was so stressful. Like, when this started happening and I didn't have anything else, I was just like, I'm burning, my money is just burning up, you know what I mean? So, like, now that I have all this other stuff, like AbbVie, like, geez, look at these, look at this history. Yeah, he was growing a few, it was fine, but he brought in a buddy's couple clones, and bam, yeah, oh man, that's a common story. I don't even accept, like that, jeez, when I was in Colorado, I wouldn't accept clones. It was like, only seeds, get out of here. Another big thing will be athletes start endorsing CBD in the mainstream. Absolutely. This company in Canada called BioSteel was bought by Canopy. They'll start to make sports drinks with CBD and have their athletes using it. UFC has a deal with Aurora, and lots of other fighters strongly endorse cannabis. Absolutely. And all athletes use cannabis. They have to fucking hide it right now. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a retirement plan, but they are a public company. What are the MERs on those? The management fee? Curious? There's none. This is free. Robinhood and M1 Finance is completely free trading. There's no fees or anything on this. And, like, look at these dividends I bought in. Like, I love some of these fucking real estate REITs. Like, new residential investment. I had... Oh, no, those were some buys I canceled and then redid. Where's the dividends? Dividends. Here's one. Dividend from Annaly Capital. I had 18 shares of it. $4.50, and this pays monthly, yo. This pays a monthly dividend. New residential investment. I own 12 shares. It gave me $6 monthly. Between those two right there, 10 bones a month. Bam. Cranking it. Yep, Drake did just tie in with Canopy, just along with Martha Stewart and a bunch of other people. And that's why I invested in some of the cannabis stocks too. I'm like, some of these guys are so big, they have so much money, they're making such huge deals, they're not going away. They're not going away, and they're going to buy up anybody who starts to do well and is a competitor. I'm just interested to see how Curaleaf stock changes once their acquisition of Select and Grassroots finalizes in the beginning of next year. Might be free trades, but there would be a management fee. No management fee here. These two companies like Robinhood and M1 Finance are what pushed like E-Trade and all those other big brokerages to do free trading and things like that. I'm all in the new renewable energy game now. Like what? Like what? Fuck investments. I have a buddy that just moved to Florida from Colorado, and said the hemp industry is going nuts out there. Talked about how extracts will be a big thing in the future. Man, Yeah, I don't know. I feel like extracts need to be made into final products. Like right now, we're just kind of like messing with these raw ingredients. Oh, you sell solar? That's dope. I would love to put solar in my house one day. In my underwear. Damn, running an online solar business instead of putting on a suit every day. Fuck that. Right? This is why I fire this up, dude. I hope one day, and I don't have to do it from just here sitting at this desk, but hopefully one day we could travel, do some streaming, build this channel to the point where it takes some of the weight off of my financial burdening shoulders, you know what I mean? But I also love like building the community of it, sharing this stuff with everybody and talking about it. Probably helps me talk through a lot of my fucking investments and stuff like that, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to purchase. Dude, do we go back to this?
And SES-1.
Some shit's about to separate now. Oh yeah, don't they have to recover a fucking rocket here?
What you see on your screen, you should be able to see the stages separate.
Yeah, this is cool, man. I'd love to see you grow the
10
channel.
seconds.
Trust me, I appreciate you stopping through. For real. Appreciate all you guys being here and chatting with me, because that's what makes the channel, honestly, is just being here and chatting with me. The free stuff. The free stuff. You don't have to spend any money
Stage separation.
to help me grow a channel. You know what I mean? If you do, if you got a free Prime sub out there and you want to drop it on your boy, by all means, though, you know what I'm saying? Damn, look at that. That's crazy.
Engine startup.
That is crazy shit. How did they do
And there's
this?
that second
We
stage
got cameras
engine
rolling.
glowing bright red.
Jeez.
Coming up next in about 30 seconds is fairing deployment. Now a reminder, this
This is
fairing is
crazy
being
as
flown for a
fuck.
second time, which is a first in SpaceX history. And what you can see on your
Oh,
screen,
whoa.
on the left screen, those grid fins have been deployed.
What are the grid fins? Oh, this is gonna release the satellites right now?
And there's our
What?
fairing deployment.
What?
First
This
green
is
light of
fucking
our fairing. So
crazy.
such
It
an
lands on a
exciting
floating landing
mission
pad.
this
Yeah, I know,
morning
that's
already.
fucking crazy. Dude. Like, so many minds had to make this happen. Like, so many human beings, like generations of human beings
second stage
studied
continues to
fucking
orbit with those
shooting
60
things into
Starlink
space with
satellites on
gunpowder.
top. Stage one
You
is
know what I
making its
mean?
way home for the fourth
Like,
time.
think about the first fireworks
Stage
and
one is
rockets
going
and
to
bullets that were
execute
made in
burns
China
before
fucking
hopefully
thousands of
extending their
years
on our
ago.
drone ship. The
And now we're
first one
fucking
is
launching
entry
talking
burn, which
video
occurs at
recording
2
satellites into
plus 6
space.
minutes and 23
That's fucking
seconds, so
insanity.
a little over 2 minutes from now. That's where we're going to relight 3 of those Merlin engines and slow the vehicle down such that it can safely re-enter the atmosphere. From there, the booster will coast for just under a minute and a half, and then execute what is called
Look at that, like,
landing burn.
aluminum
That is
foil
where
and
we
shit.
reignite a single engine, that E9
This shit's
engine right
crazy.
in the middle
What
of
the
the
fuck?
booster, slowing the vehicle down to 0 velocity, hopefully standing right there up on the drone ship.
Is this the rocket coming down? Like, this is that first
Meanwhile,
piece
stage
coming
2
down, and this is the
continues
piece
to
continuing to go
fly
forward?
nominally. We're hearing that MVAC-D power is nominal. It
Look at how small the
continues
Earth is.
at
If
full
you
power.
think the Earth is flat, you're a fucking
Stage 2 pressures.
Riri, dude.
Temp pressures are nominal
Look
as
at
well.
this. Like, is this faked?
On the nominal trajectory.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look how flat it is. Oh my
Stage
god.
1
Oh
stage 1
Jesus.
continues to make its way down.
Like, what do those people say to this? That looks like a pretty solid curve to me.
Powering
Yo.
that second stage of those satellites.
The Earth is round, oh my.
1,000 pounds of thrust.
Yes, that is the topic of discussion. Yes, that's the top of the disc. Oh, that's the top of the disc. That's the edge of the disc. We're seeing the edge of the sphere disc.
Okay, we're coming up in about 20 seconds on that entry burn. You should be able to see that on the left side of your screen.
Oh
Meanwhile,
my
stage 2
God.
continues to burn nominally.
Stage 1 MTS is safety.
Bro, one time I grew myself an HPS box way too small, but weed took almost 12 weeks to finish flowering some long sativa pry.
As you see, that entry burn has begun.
How hot did that get? Seriously, look at that, it's glowing orange. Like, what is that material? Look at this re-entry rocket.
5 seconds or so.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn shift.
This is coming back to Earth right now.
As you just heard, we had a
Oh, the whole
successful
grow
shutdown
took
of
12
entry
weeks?
burn.
Shit, that's good.
So for about another minute and a half, stage 1 is going to coast, making its way down to the drone ship. And at T
First and
plus,
second stage continue to follow a nominal trajectory.
No, bro, the flowering
Just
took
under
12
minute
weeks.
that
Yeah,
landing
so it was
burn
like a
should start.
sativa. Oh, the grow. How hot did the grow get? Not. I'm reading both of yours because I'm stoned as combined story, but they're not. But yes, HPS in a small box, way too fucking hot.
Stage 1
It was a
transonic.
10-week cushion over the flowering took 12 weeks. Got it. Very hot, very hot. I'm stoned. Dude, look at this thing.
everything continues to be nominal on stage 2.
Nominal. We're nominal. Everything is
In
nominal.
just under 10 seconds, that landing burn should start.
To be fair, I'm weaving between topics and not tagging people, so my bad. It's all good.
Stage 1 landing burn.
That was me for sure right there.
We don't have that video just yet, but that landing burn has started.
Ship me the landing burn, dude. I want to see this thing fucking land. Jable's safety meeting.
Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
It looks like we're not going to get video on the way down. Oh, but we have
Oh,
the drone
shit.
And
Oh!
wow,
What?
Falcon has landed for the 4th time.
Wow. That's amazing.
Amazing.
That just happened this morning. That just happened. That is
These boosters
insane.
are designed to be used 10 times. Let's turn it around for a 5th, guys.
That is so fucking insane. Turn it around for a 5th time. They should
Wow.
tell you how much money that saved.
4th landing. That is super cool. So stage
They should be
2,
like,
I
yeah, we just
believe,
saved another fucking
we
6
have
billion from not
Pepsi
having to
Go
build
1.
another one of those or something
we're
like
gonna
that. You know what
enter
I mean?
our coast phase. Before we do that, we're going to take a quick break. Sorry, it's very exciting over here. And as we leave,
Yeah,
we're
that
going to
was
have an
super
animation
tight.
that shows you where we are in the coast phase. But we're going to be back here at T plus 44 minutes.
Yeah, well, we'll just go ahead and fucking... Oh, this is... Wait, what?
We have to be back here.
So this thing's gonna, like, make it all the way around the fucking world? Like, this literally happened the fucking this morning. This was this morning. First thought I have is this is what's gonna be like when aliens come. So this illegal dispensary I still to go to sells $5 grams of keef. Grabbed 4 grams of them 2 days ago, along with some flour. $5 a gram. Damn. Just some random ass shit landing straight down from space. About to sprinkle some of her onto some dank. Damn, that's what's up. Oh, we're back. We're back with this chick.
Airing the first time that we've flown and landed a first stage booster, and we also did confirm nominal insertion or good orbit of the second stage.
She confirmed
So coming
nominal
up next
insertion.
is SES2 in about 20 seconds from now, and this will be the shortest SES we've ever had, lasting just about 1 second. It's a short burn because the deployment orbit for these satellites isn't much different than our initial parking orbit, so we just need a quick burn to get us there.
A 1 second burn? Are we even gonna see it? What is there to
Waiting
see?
for that SES2 and SEGO2. It's going to be very quick.
And back condition.
And there it is. And second engine cutoff is complete.
Wow. That was
Waiting to
quick.
hear for good orbit.
Good orbit. Thoughts on Pete Rose? He's a gangster.
Should hear that call out in a few seconds.
Dude's a
Nominal
gangster.
orbit insertion for satellite deploy.
And there is the confirmation.
I mean, like, I don't know the guy or what
orbit.
he's done in his life, you
Now
know what I
that we're in a
mean?
good
He
orbit,
definitely
we'll be
bets on
coasting for the
sports.
next 15 minutes
Seems
or
like he's
so.
coasting
we will
off
be
his
back
name
around
forever,
T
you
plus
know?
1 hour for the exciting payload deployment of our
I don't know if
Starlink
he's a good or bad
satellites.
guy, but I hate when they say nominal insertion. Makes me feel sad. Oh my god. So we got a satellite. She's up there. She's cruising. I don't want your music. Like,
If that happens, is Bridge
Whoa.
6.
Elon is giving the world Wi-Fi.
Welcome back to the webcast for Starlink. We are getting very close to deployment of those 60 Starlink satellites.
Damn,
Now,
they're
after
gonna
deployment,
let the
satellites
satellites
will
out like
adhere to
already,
kind of
like
clump together.
bing.
That's totally normal. As you can probably imagine, 60 separate
We could be getting caught up to
separation
live on
systems
this.
is super inefficient.
Or did
It
this
adds
end
mass,
like it was
adds
over?
complexity, and therefore it adds cost. Instead, we deploy them all at once, allowing them to slowly disperse from one another, and to do so without the use of complex mechanisms. They might even bump into one another, which, if that happens, is totally okay. The satellites were designed with this possibility in mind.
It launched almost 2 hours ago. Yeah, but we're like, yeah, okay, so yeah, we're like 30 minutes. This was 89 minutes ago. It was streamed live.
All right, we lost the video.
So we're an hour
just
and a half
there,
behind.
But let's listen in and see if we have any word on the deployment.
What? We lost the video? Oh no.
Starlink tension rod release confirmed.
And as you just heard, we have confirmation that the tension rods have been released.
We didn't
Let's
get to
if we can
fucking
get
see
video
it?
of that. That would be really awesome. There we go.
What? What?
Now,
What?
as they make their way
What?
off,
Look at them.
next they'll start to slowly drift apart and then
What?
deploy their singular solar array pointed at the sun to begin charging their batteries. And over the course of the coming weeks, the satellites will use their onboard ion propulsion systems to raise their orbit to 550 kilometers, align into their orbital planes, and properly space themselves out to providing internet coverage on Earth. And with
What?
that brings us to the end of our webcast for today. So to recap, we
That
had a
is crazy
successful
as fuck.
fourth launch of a booster and a successful landing of that same booster. We reflew a fairing successfully for the first time. Both of those things are pretty cool, but also cool, you just saw we deployed 60 more Starlink satellites. This puts us one step closer to being able to offer Starlink internet service.
So the High Times medal I have is it's 2011, in partnership with Greenest Green out of Boulder, Colorado, the first dispensary in Boulder, Colorado. That owner now owns 710 Labs in Colorado and California. Lemon G13 is an Ohio created strain, and I was just the guy with the balls when it became legal in Colorado in 2009 to fucking say we're going, boys. And I took two of my buddies from high school. We packed up a U-Haul. I actually won a poker tournament. I won the nightly 50-50 on Full Tilt, and I actually final tabled 2 tournaments that night and ended up getting like $15,000. And a buddy of ours had like gotten arrested the week before in Ohio for cannabis, and Obama had just signed like a letter saying that if you're in a legal state following the laws in the state, that the feds wouldn't mess with you. And I won that poker tournament, and I literally looked at 2 of my buddies and was like, we're fucking out of here. We're going to Colorado on my dime, boys. Let's go. And we packed a U-Haul up. We moved in with a buddy of ours that went out there for college, and within a couple weeks we signed a lease on a house, and we all got like jobs and started growing out there and doing our thing, and got to our first harvest. And the Lemon G was just kind of like, it's very, very unique. So I just started shopping it around, and the gentleman who owned Greenest Green, and started it, was an Ohio State graduate, about 10 years older than me. I was probably like 20, I don't know how old I was, fucking 9 years ago, whatever the hell. I was probably 23, 24. He was probably like 34, 35. He's probably like my age now, you know? And, so he was searching for the Lemon G, and we had it, and, you know, naturally I wouldn't just give the strain up, so we just started working together. We became pretty good friends, and when the cup came around, I said we had to enter, you know, and we entered some Lemon G that I grew and that I processed into hash oil, and we took third place for hash oil. And we really should have gotten first, but it is what it is. You know how High Times is. It was kind of pay to play, and we weren't willing to pay for first when they just needed to give it to us. They had to recognize us, though, and we got the third, you know. Shit, if only I was good at poker, as I am getting in debt from family medical. Shit. Lol. So that's kind of how I got into it out there. I used to manage Rhino Supply in Denver for a little bit, and, you know, I've just been in the industry for a while. Wanted to get legal. I have a strain I've had for 15 years, yep. The lemon's been in the family forever. It's kind of funny to think, like, how symbiotic of a relationship it is. And, like, do we take care of it? Like, or is it taking care of us? You know what I mean? Took a buddy 15 years before that to get it from his buddy. Yeah, I'm sure. Sure. Amazon's gonna launch its own grocery store? Good fucking luck. Amazon has been going... Well, didn't they buy fucking... Didn't they buy, whatchamacallit? Whole Foods? Yeah, they bought Whole Foods, didn't they? So they have some buying power. They should have some buying power. I've done way more outdoor than indoor. Oh, I spent a year... I spent a year in the Kentucky hills, we'll say, as a young kid. Just found this stream. Came for poker, staying for the weed chat. Ace High Poker, that's what's up. Smash that follow button. Let's go. Me too, bro. Laugh my ass off. On the being in the hills. Yeah, I know. Oh, man, I love it. Stores based in Woodland Hills, according to a job posting on Amazon website. It's the first look. So why isn't it called a Whole Foods? Its first location is what expected to be a new chain of grocery stores launched by Amazon. Why isn't it just called Whole Foods? They're just going to change all Whole Foods to Amazon grocery stores? What are they going to call them? An Amazon spokesperson confirmed the store's existence in a statement. You know, it'd be fucking hilarious because it's like Amazon and that's like rainforesty shit. God, has anybody ever seen the store here in Cincinnati, Jungle Gyms? If they made it like this dude's place, oh my god, this would be fucking hilarious. And like they play like animal noises outside and throughout the store. Where's some better fucking images of Jungle Gyms like outside? Like we just saw it before I did that bullshit. Like, look at this photo. Like, this is the outside of the shopping center. Oh, I could do a vlog about Jungle Gyms. I could go there right now and go live. It's like fucking... Yes, dude, you spend so much money going through here. They have so much shit. Last time I came home with $100 in hot sauce bottles. Just because I found the Hot Ones hot sauce section. You can get anything there. It's like an international market, and they have like whole sections by the country, by countries. It's crazy. So what if Amazon did it like that, though? Store's existence in a statement. Amazon is opening grocery stores. Why would they not confirm? I mean, they own Whole Foods. Then you drink while you shop. It's over. They got you good. It's so true. They let you drink there and stuff. We used to have a Jungle Gyms restaurant here, too. The bar stools are all different animal butts. Whoa. That's crazy. I've never seen a Jungle Gyms restaurant. The sign logo looks the same, though, I think. I barely remember it. This place is famous, but there's only two. There's only two here in Cincinnati. This guy started as a banana stand. And I also hear he imported cocaine with those bananas. But that's just, that's neither here nor there. That's, what do you call it? Hearsay. Yeah, he probably did. There's always money in the banana stand. Yeah, I mean, it's like, how did he become banana stand? Dude's murdering it. Murdering the game with the banana stand. You know what it's all about right now, Tough Spot? I used to have a buddy that would sell Christmas trees, dude. Get a truckload of Christmas trees right now. Hit bang. Set up in a parking lot. 100 pops. Cranking it for 2 months. I got some weird friends. They also lived in the hills. They were one of those people that lived in the hills. An ex-girlfriend's father sold trees every year. Yeah, you can make some fucking serious bank selling Christmas trees. We knew a guy who had a Christmas tree farm out in the Ohio Appalachian Hills, dude. And he would just get truckloads of trees sent here to Cincinnati and bang them off right here in the city. Run a little tree stand. He'd have to camp there so people didn't steal his trees, but he didn't give a shit. I don't know anybody who buys a tree anymore, though. Fucking families and shit. That's true, though. We don't get a tree. We don't get a tree. It's just a fucking mess. Fake trees? Fuck a fake tree, though. That's all people do up here in Canada. All real trees here. Yeah, if we're gonna put up a tree, it's gonna be a real tree, bro. I'm gonna do a cannabis Christmas tree this year for the stream. Psych. That'd be tight if I could. We need to move to fucking California or something just to do that. Ohio needs to get their shit together is what it is. Breaking news. Boeing expects to resume 737 MAX deliveries in December. What? How are they going to say that? You need to have breaking news. We fixed the plane. It's not going to fucking crash again. What do you mean resume delivery? Like, it's not a fucking Ford Fiat over here, dude. People were dying by the 100 load. It's the pre-lit ones that are super sweet. I'll go for those just to save the fucking hassle of untangling the lights. When's the new stream setup coming? The order is placed on Fiverr. The order has been placed, and it says a delivery date of November 22nd. So, 11 days. 11 days from now. We will have all new stream overlay, animations. Dude, we're going to get some new emojis coming out, some emotes. Whatever the fudge. I got to figure out how to set it all up is the problem. And where I set it all up. In Stream Elements and Streamlabs. I don't know what to do. I've worked at a call center before. Multiple. My last check, God, I threw it out eventually, but I got a check. I used to, just show up. And you would, it was on an auto dialer, and you would, sign in to, you would, clock in on the computer. And I would show up in high school, clock in, meet a few friends. We'd look at each other. We'd take, 3 fucking phone calls and be like, let's go smoke weed. And clock the fuck out. So, my last check when they fired me for just not being there, it was, for, $2. Because I would, clock in for, literally, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Or, 9 minutes. At the end, it'd be, 2 minutes, and I'd be like, I can't do this. I'm fucking out of here. Decorated it with 50 fake pre-rolls. Oh, that's great. Let's get high, boys. Yeah, we were fucking out. We were out. I work call center tech support for home from home for Apple. Damn, I've always wondered about doing that Green Days. And just cranking a little bit on the side. You could have, streams up. You just be chilling I'm chilling right here. You know what I mean? Doing news and stuff. Taking some Apple calls, support calls. Although, I guess, when you turn it on, it's probably, call. It doesn't give you, a break. You're always, on the phone with somebody, I imagine. Yeah, my buddy did the same thing for Staples. He just played video games all day. Damn, managed to hang on the gig for 4 years, but the stress was too much. Yeah, they just keep firing at you. Would you get paid for something like that? Was it like alright pay? You know what I mean? See how the market's doing. Are we getting all fucked or what? Climbing out of our hole. Climbing out of our Monday hole. Let's go. Let's go. We placed a bet on Canopy. Evan was watching me freak out and take my bet off Maxar. Look at it, dude. Took that bet off. I banked those gains on Friday. Just bank them. It's coming back up, though. But we still own 43 shares. We own more. We left some of our profits in shares. So we chillin'. We chillin'. I think that's what I'm going to use Robinhood for. Like, I'm going to use Robinhood for like my trading of equity stocks. I'm also going to hold like dividend paying stocks in here, but I mean, it's not really day trading. It's kind of like momentum trading. Like, they had good quarterly numbers. I hopped in while they were killing it, wrote it up for the week, and when I saw the momentum pittering out, I sold it like 5 days later. You know what I mean? And now I did it with Canopy. I'm hoping Canopy can ride some momentum up right here. And I really just cost average myself down because I have such a bad position in here. I'm $4,000 into Canopy growth, and right now it's only worth $2,400. So I'm cost averaging myself down from the year of pain, dude. Canopy growth has been a year of fucking pain, dude. Look at this. And I was like buying here and buying up here. And I bought up there. You know what I mean? I bought in here. And then I just rode this down the summer. All summer. It was just like, fuck. Like, I started buying in January. I started buying right in here. That's where I started. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. And started dumping in. And then it was like, oh. And I dumped a bunch in as we were like, I was like, oh hell yeah. We're about to ride it. And then just fucking straight down. So that's what I learned about this. Oh shit about day trading. Working with a major Canadian firm, we just mainly sold those diversified mutual funds that all the bank companies have. Yep. The pay and benefits are amazing. I'll say if you can handle that kind of job stress, totally worth working for. They take care of their people. Started in June 2014, being offered the job with no real experience. $16.50 an hour full time with full benefits from your fucking house. Jesus green days. Where do I sign the fuck up? What? Full benefits? Wow, that's amazing. Did you get Apple stock and shit? What? They send you an iMac and headset to work from home. The first 9 weeks are all paid training before you even take a phone call on your own. Fuck. Conservative, moderate, balanced, advanced, or aggressive. Easy shit. Yep. I'm like super... I'm just trying to be super conservative with this one and aggressive on Robinhood. You know what I mean? And I balance my deposits now. So if I put $100 on M1 Finance, I put $100 on Robinhood. Yeah, they have the Apple Employee Purchase Program. Oh my god. Oh god. That's like the only reason I thought about getting a job in an Amazon warehouse was just for like stock options in Amazon years ago. I used to work for Kroger. Imagine if I would have just kept the stock. I went all in, getting in with Young Solar Company, taking a pay cut now to hopefully and literally become a partner later. That's what T-Mus does for me, Rand. Full everything, legit salary and good stocks. Damn, that's what's up, Jables. You work for T-Mus. What solar company? What solar company, Tough Spot? When I was coming back to the shop this morning, I passed a convoy of Amazon Sprinter vans, like 10 of them. Amazon is in here. Amazon is in my list of shit to own. I don't own that much. I own 64 cents of it, and it's $1,800 a share. But you can buy fractional shares on M1. That's what I love. But they don't pay a dividend, so I'm just like, I knew how great of a job I had, which is why I tried my best to hang on for so long as possible. But I actually ended up getting Baker acted with the customer, getting Baker acted with the customer on hold while I was texting a crisis line toward the last year of my being employed there. Oh my Jesus, yeah. You just gotta, it's just probably too much. They're just throwing so much stress at you. I'm sure fucking customers are just bitching. You're only getting the worst when they have a problem. Like, obviously, I'd never called Apple to be like, your product, I just want to say your product's great. Can you just help me with a few things? No, it's always like, Apple, your shit's breaking. Help me. What's going on here? Baker acted as being involuntarily brought to a loony bin. Oh, geez. Yeah, cut that job. Gotta go. So I like this thing because it hasn't gone down. It won't show you daily data on your shit, though. All time. We just started this one September 9th, so we'll see how it goes. There'll probably be a huge market crash one day, and this thing will go in the red, and I'll lose money everywhere. And I should have just stuck with real estate, right? Whoa. I was also living with my dad and ex-girlfriend as roommates for 90% of the deployment. Didn't drive yet. They hated each other, so I had no escape from the stress. Oh my god, yeah, that would suck. Very reputable solar company, 200 plus Google reviews, based out of Toronto. Solar is really hot in Canada right now because there's currently a providential rebate of 10K. Oh shit. And spots are limited on the grid. Damn, so you can sell energy back to the grid, huh? Neighbor across the street just got solar panels on their house. Damn, net metering, baby. I want that so bad. I need that so bad in my life. Like, oh my god, I need that so bad in my life. And what's cool here? Well, it's cool there. But isn't Canada, like, you don't get that much sun? Like, in the winter? Does it become efficient enough to do that? I feel like Duke would fuck you either way. I'm sure Duke would totally fuck me. They'd be like, thanks for buying those solar panels and fucking helping supply the grid that we don't pay you for, and now we don't have to spend money on shit, and we still sell your energy to other motherfuckers like your neighbor. Thanks for powering your neighbor's house, bitch. That we charge them still. Energy's gonna be a weird game. But I do love my energy sector. Number 2 on my list here, dude. Enbridge, Dominion, Duke, they all pay fucking amazing dividends. Huge divvies. Huge divvies. 4.2% on Duke. You know what I mean? BP is huge, isn't it? I think they're like 6. Yeah, 6.25 for BP, yo. I'm trying to gas my car up at a BP. Now I just started working as a greenhouse tech for Curaleaf out here in July. Fucking love it, but really worried because Dad's kind of going through a big health thing and life changes, so I've been missing a lot of time since it's just Dad and I here now, so I don't know. Dude, you gotta find balance, you know? Family is very important. It's your dad, but you also gotta work, too. You gotta survive. I know how hard that can be. That's so tough. Any surplus energy at the end of the year, power company cuts you a check, and it all starts over again. Damn. Just passed my first 90 days, so I have benefits now, but still not really qualified for my FMLA since I haven't been employed for a full year. It's stress again, but new and different. Dude, take it down. That's what's up. Getting calls from somebody I can't accept a call from right now. So the way it works is you can watch your use and production in real time. You also receive a statement each month from your power company showing the energy used and produced in the home over the last month. Good time for a hit. Cheers. Man, I need to pack a bowl up. Yeah, 3 people contact us from our Facebook ads. Guys started this companies are smart as fuck. Damn, that's tight. So you install solar panels or what? They call me the company asset. That's what's up, Tough Spot. What do you do, like all the social media marketing and stuff? We just facilitate the installation, yes. I just closed, bro. Oh, nice. Your sales. That's what's up. People hit you guys up and you just close. So, like, what's the, like, initial outlay to get a system put on your house? I'd imagine it depends on how big the square footage of your roof is, but does it go by, like, square foot or something like that? Like, what's the initial charge and how do you sell me on, like, paying it off? Kilowatt hours used in the home is how you sell it. Man, where's my fucking energy bill? I'm about to, like, run a sim with you. I use a lot of kilowatt hours, I know that. Now that fucking fish tank's gone, I guess all my computers and stuff, but... System size is purely based on your home's energy use? Well, what if I use more energy than my home has space for solar panels? You know what I'm saying, bruh? Then what do we do? Then you can offset. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What the cost, like, what's my, how do you look at costs? Like, you have to be like, yo, you have a fucking 100 square foot roof or whatever the fuck it is, you know. This is the cost to cover it in solar panels, right? And then you're like, this is what you'll probably get back from that, or what it will offset you. What if we eat, like, a lot of tomatoes in my house? Oh my god. Dude, I mean, the light I had over that fish tank was 1,000-watt light. That was 1,000 watts right there. And that didn't even include all the pumps and fans and filters and everything running underneath. Like, dude, my energy bill is going to go down so much from getting rid of that fucking fish tank. Price is about $6 a watt and dropping. I fucking hate fish tanks. Smell like pieces of shit. My fish tank was clean. It never smelled. It was actually good. I mean, I always kept it clean, but that was $100 a month to have the local fish store people come service it every month and keep it fucking spotless for me. You know what I mean? Because that's how I am. And they had to keep it good. Yeah, I got to get it serviced because you had to have the coral, and I had coral and stuff in there. A 3 kilowatt system generates around $50 a month. Damn. 3,000 kilowatts and it's $6,000 a watt. I missed that thing, bro. Green screen, bro. We're gonna green screen the fuck out of this. We are. I have a stream deck on the way. We have all the new overlay and stuff on the way. Green screen is coming. I can only dump so much into Twitch. Trust me, I do not make any money off the Twitch channel right now. The little bit I do make, we dump into these portfolios right here. And I'm going to specifically dump our Twitch money into the safer M1 Finance. And one day, we'll live off the dividends for the Twitch stream. You know what I mean? I think we're going to even keep... Like, I would never use my Twitch money as poker money or anything like that. It was big to clean. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I agree. The all-white wall is boring. It's got to go. We're going to paint it green. I'm going to just paint the wall green and green screen it. The all-white wall is boring. Or should I do, like... I kind of like Jamie Staples, though. Absolutely. Any Twitch money I get goes into these investment portfolios. Because, like, I feel like that's a disservice to the people that do donate and stuff. Like, I want it to, like, go towards making sure the channel continues. And the only way it can do that is, like... I've been putting it in Robinhood until I started this M1 Finance. But I think this is the better way because it's just slow growth dividend. It's not going to see pain. I'm going to watch this number grow every fucking month. You know what I mean? And one day it'll maybe pay the bills, hopefully. And, like, I like that then I'm sharing it with everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I had an idea to do I think it's even still a thing I set up. Twitch Invest. Yeah, I wanted to do something where we could maybe like vote quarterly on how we invested and stuff like that. I set it up with the Stash account. Jesus. Don't use Stash. Use Robinhood. Or use this. I really like this account. I haven't even set up a fucking... This is M1 Finance. M1 Finance. But you have to be in the United States to use these. But they're free trading and stuff. So, and if you use my links to sign up, like if you use my Robinhood link, we each get one free share of stock. And it's at random. You kind of choose at random, which is kind of funny. You can get up to $1,000 share. Most of them are between $5 and $10. I've never got one more than... I got like a $15 share once or something. But then over here on M1 Finance, if you use my link, they'll put $10 in both of our accounts. So, and $10 is enough for the auto invest to hit, so it'll put it directly into the portfolio and get it rocking. Somebody said they signed up and I haven't received any successful referrals yet, but that's all right. We have received a ton on Robinhood. Did I go to the business section yet? Yeah. This is pretty interesting. The demise of the car key. Detroit. Key fobs and emerging virtual digital keys from the likes of Tesla and Lincoln are increasingly making traditional metal car keys obsolete as more of the industry's newest models come equipped with mobile entry. I've noticed this even with hotels, too. That was you, Jables. That was you. I've noticed this with hotels too. You can now download the hotel app and your room key is on your phone, which I like. Like getting rid of those plastic keys, you'll like never fucking lose your hotel room key again. You know how many times I'm wasted and I've lost a hotel room key or something? Or like just walk out to get something and forget to grab a key and then I'm like, fuck. Change which has accelerated in recent years. Disney has the magic bands thing. What? Disney has the magic bands thing? I have Disney stock. I love Disney stock. What is the magic bands thing? Oh, bands like on your wrist. Ready to rock in 3 weeks. Yeah, yep. Evan, so you already got, like, they mail you a band to get in or something? Safe for drivers, but also ends the age-old tradition of teenagers receiving their first car keys and feeling the engine turn over for the first time. Keyless cars also come with their own unique challenges. Instead of keys being inserted in the ignition, majority of new vehicles being offered in the U.S. are equipped with push-button starters that wirelessly connect to plastic key fobs or smartphones to allow drivers to start their engine with the push of a button. This trend is obviously going to continue. Most consumers who buy new cars, or even those who purchase recently used vehicles, chances are there'll be some sort of push-button keyless entry system. 91% available vehicles have keyless ignition. The car I just bought does not. No, man, I've been smoking for 20 years and don't forget shit. Well, I forget shit all the time. Yep. Parking tickets and hotel keys and payments. Oh, really? They put your room info, parking entrance, charge to the room, Wow. That's pretty fucking handy. That's pretty handy, actually. I like that. Adding to the demise of the traditional car keys is the rise of automakers such as Tesla and Lincoln allow drivers to use their smartphones as car keys to enter and drive their vehicles. GM and other automakers have allowed owners to control certain features of vehicles such as remote start and locking and unlocking from their smartphones for years. The Tesla Model 3 was the first to allow all owners to use their smartphone as a key to drive the vehicle. People's phones have basically become a fifth limb now. I know it's true. The idea of the phone-related system, your phone has a whole lot more value to you, and you're doing much more prone to track it, and sure, you don't forget to lose it. It's so true. It's like you're going to have your fucking phone on you. Is it hackable? Tech concerns. Like most new technologies, phone-based systems come with their own set of problems. What if the phone dies or get lost? What if a driver needs to valet the vehicle? What if the system doesn't function as assigned? For such situations, Tesla provides Model 3 owners with a backup key card, and Lincoln continues to provide owners with a standard key fob. Keyless cars also mean automakers and smartphone providers will need to work much more closely to ensure their systems communicate effectively with one another. Yeah. There's also the issue of a smartphone itself. The lifespan of the car is far longer than any smartphone, so suppliers will have to work with phone manufacturers to ensure that the virtual key technology remains compatible over the years. Model 3's door, when they had to close the app, the model equivalent of fumbling for your keys at the bottom of a purse. Ha! Digital keys combined with their updated technology to allow for faster access are expected. Shared mobility. Keyless cars are also enable emerging vehicle ownership models such as subscription services and shared mobility businesses, including autonomous vehicles. Okay. Let me know when this happens. I'll buy a car and use it as a business. Tesla's saying this. Yeah, both those reasons are why there'll always be keys. Imagine losing your phone. Well, I mean, eventually it's like losing your key. Imagine losing your key. I've definitely lost my key. What's the difference? We're definitely going to go to the phone, strictly. Autonomous cars we're way away from, though. Makes a lot of sense because whether or not the car is autonomous and comes to your door, the idea that it's keyless is going to have to happen. It's not just about convenience, it's about your own personal safety. GM's Maven car sharing service has been keyless through an app since it began in 2016, although the company hasn't extended it to owners being able to drive their vehicles with a smartphone. Disney Magic Band situation, you're wearing it. Yeah, it's like stuck on you, yeah. It's not going to drive a car. Using a digital key with profile connected could assist emergency units and others in gathering information about who's driving the vehicle in the case of emergency. Get their phone. We need their phone to get the car moving. Like, we gotta get them to the hospital or something. Like, in what point were you like freaking out about you gotta get either way you gotta get the keys? What's the difference? Just trying to think of a scenario where you're like, fuck, we need the phone, we need the keys. Oh, absolutely. They've shown they can hack it. They've already shown they can hack that shit. Whoa. American Airlines flight? Slid off the runway? Fuck. Uber CEO sold like he sold $500 million. Wait, Uber chief called the murder a blah 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 serious mistake. Wait, what? Uber CEO. Is there a video we can watch? Okay, Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi exposed her regret of describing the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi as a mistake. Made his original remarks on HBO TV series referring to the government of Saudi Arabia. The Uber chief told the show, I think the government said that they made a mistake. I think that the government said that they made a mistake. It's a serious mistake, said on the show, adding, we made mistakes too, right? With self-driving. We've stopped driving and we're recovering from that mistake. I think people make mistakes. It doesn't mean they can never be forgiven. I think they have to take... Wait, what? Mistake? It was a murder. What is going on here? There's a difference in like... oh, our company tried to make a self-driving car and it didn't work, and then you just fucking killed somebody. Like, what in the hell in the fuck? How do you make that analogy, dude? That is a horrible analogy. Is he trying to say that he's just like making a murderer then? Like, what the fuck? Saudi Arabia is Uber's 5th largest shareholder. What? And head of its sovereign wealth fund as a member of the board. Asked by CNBC for comment, the Uber representative pointed to Khosrowshahi's statement to Axio expressing regret for the language she used on the show. I said something in a moment that I do not believe when it comes to Jamal Khashoggi. His murder was, I want to get that name right because that was the person murdered. His murder was reprehensible and should not be forgotten or excused. Yeah, okay, so then what the fuck? Last marked the 1-year anniversary since Khashoggi, a Washington Post columnist who lived in the U.S., was slain and dismembered. Prominent critic.
After an initial spike of.
I didn't ask for that. His death sparked global furor surrounding the Saudi royal family. His slaying took place in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul and was carried out by a 15-man hit squad that traveled from Saudi Arabia on diplomatic passports. Family has repeatedly denied it. More murdering, but evidence is mounted since the death that implies high-level Saudi officials and the CIA concluded that the Crown Prince ordered for his killing. Said he takes full responsibility for. The Crown Prince recently said he takes full responsibility for the murder, but denied allegations that he ordered the killing. In an interview with CBS 60 Minutes, he said the killing was a heinous crime and a mistake by individuals working for the Saudi government. What? You ordered that shit, bro? What? Never get too powerful. Never get too powerful. You know what I mean? Like, all these dudes. Imagine the weight on Trump's shoulders. It's like life or death for some of these people at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever want to be that powerful. Mr. Bean, bonjour. 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 Mr. Bean, Jaw 6, 1955, 64 or something. I don't know. English? Can we do English? Omelette. Omelette du fromage. Like an egg? Like omelette the egg? Are you like Mr. Bean the comedian? What do we got going on here? It's rocking out. Embarrassez-moi. Tu es beau. Okay. Fromage is cheese. He wants a cheesy omelet. Anyone that wants that much power shouldn't have it. So true, so true. I have no fucking idea. He's trolling. Notre Dame de Paris. Oh, alright. Well, we'll give him a little 10-minute timeout. There you go, buddy. See ya. Could get worse for one of the worst performing retailers. I don't have any retailers in my... Do you want to watch it or read it? Gap? Oh, yeah. Gap's getting fucked. Anybody go to the Gap anymore? No. Hey, Dee Dee! Do you shop at the Gap? Nope. Yep. Fuck the Gap. I'm out. Jamie Dimon, this is interesting. Wealth inequality. Jamie Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, who made $31 million last year. $31 million. Gap sucked 10 years ago. It's amazing how many companies were like, did really well and blew the fuck up and like never transitioned to online. Like all these fucking like old managers of these fucking places who were fucking boomers and shit were like, fuck that, you're always gonna come in the store and buy your jeans. And it's like, nah, dog. Amazon, bruh. Amazon. Fucked you up. Fucked you up hard. Started with a bookstore. Started by selling books. That man had a vision. A bookstore online fucked you up. How's that feel? How's that feel to know you stopped learning? You stopped getting educated and you fell behind the fucking market. And your shit is now worthless. It's fucked up. Shit like Stitches where you just let people pick clothes for you blowing up. Yeah, dude. Subscription services? Yeah. Growing wealth gap separating the rich from the rest of the U.S. is an issue that needs to be resolved. J.P. Morgan Chase. No, stop that. What in the fuck? Nobody asked for you to start speaking, dude. Jamie Dimon said in a 60 Minutes interview that aired Sunday night on CBS, I think it's a huge problem, Dimon said. I think the wealth... Oh, is this the actual interview? Maybe we do want this guy to speak. Yeah, we'll let this dude speak.
Interview with JP Morgan Chairman and CEO Jamie Dimon. Jamie, thank you again.
Happy to be here again.
So let's talk about the Business Roundtable statement that, of course, has drawn so much
How long
attention.
is this?
At the heart of it,
8 minutes?
dropping the primacy of shareholder first that has been at the heart of capitalism for years. Shareholders are now one of 5 stakeholders alongside customers, workers, suppliers, and communities. Why now?
Because, when we looked at this, a reporter actually pointed out that your statement from 1997 is still primary shareholder value, i.e. all you care about is profit and shareholders. And we went and read it, and the board read it, the board of the Business Roundtable, and the governance committee run by Alex Gorski. They all said this doesn't represent at all how we run a company. I mean, first and foremost, we talk about customers. We better do a good job for our or we lose. We better take care of our employees or we lose. And communities, we all want to be great community citizens. And so it was kind of an evolution to recognize reality. Think of it like a team. It's very simple to say show the value and you want a simple answer, but you can't win
So true.
a great quarterback if you don't have a running back and a receiver. The
true.
team wins, and you have to do each one of them well to be successful, and that's what it acknowledges. It's still shareholder value, but it's much more long-term. The BRT also took off. You don't have to do earnings guidance, which most of us think is a complex.
I want to preface this with Bill Gates this year. He's only been buying 5 or 6 stocks this year. I watched like a bunch of YouTube videos on Bill Gates and his investments, and it's all public knowledge, what he's buying or selling and stuff like that. CNBC follows him a lot. So he's been buying JP Morgan Chase and PNC Bank this year, 2019. So I upped it in my M1 Finance. It's one of the stocks I own.
Some short-term pressure.
I own stock in JP Morgan for sure.
What do we do for consumers, employees, communities? One last thing about communities, lifting up a community.
Still here, still listening, just working for a few minutes. That's what's up, Tough Spot.
You go around the world and you've got healthy economies, which are based on good policy. You've got healthy businesses and much healthier citizens. And if you go to other economies which aren't growing at all, the businesses are terrible, the citizens are terrible. So there's nothing wrong with people saying, I'm going to use some of my skills and talents to lift up society. And that would be better for everybody, including your business.
Yeah.
So Senator Warren embraced the BRT statement, and she went further. She wrote a letter to you saying that she expected you to, quote, endorse and wholeheartedly support the reforms laid out in her Accountable Capitalism Act to meet the principles that you endorse. What's your response to that?
It's sloppy logic that I think that's right because we changed our statement, and I think that people have the right.
Bang bang, bang bang.
Are you helping out the community and stuff like that?
Yeah, she's
and
crazy.
There's a lot of things that actually I'm not go through
That's
now.
crazy.
But to me, that we should do. But changing the complete nature of how you run a corporation, absolutely not.
You can't just come in and be like, we're going to fucking rip wealth from everybody right now.
Hearings, or when she was head of the CFPB, do you think the characterization of her in the press that she's anti-business, anti-capitalism is fair?
Look, I don't know. You really have to ask her what she really means.
Look,
she uses some pretty harsh words. Some would say vilifies successful people. So I don't like vilifying anybody. I think we should applaud successful people. A lot of people come to this company.
Dude, why can't people like him run for fucking president?
Now that's a little bit different than paying your fair share and how the taxation system should work. That I completely understand. But I think we have to look at America was founded.
Just look at how well this guy speaks.
Freedom and free enterprise are.
I can't even stop it.
You can't separate them from each other. Successful companies have lifted up society. It doesn't mean they can't do more. It doesn't mean they didn't make mistakes. But so I think we should applaud that. And if people have very specific things that we should do different, then we should think about doing them different.
If the vilification part was removed, are there any of the aspects, the general aspects that she talks about that you agree with in terms of wealthy people paying more? I heard you speak recently at an event with Tim Adams and James Gorman. You talked about having a negative income tax.
Yeah. So I think it's important that people recognize the things that haven't worked in society. Inner city schools aren't graduating kids. Infrastructure doesn't work. It's very that if you're I think 15% of America makes $10 an hour or less, which is clearly not a living wage. I think it's in all of our interest to have proper safety nets, fix those problems, and send people to work. And I would be in favor of negative income tax to get people to work. We have one kind of in the earned income tax credit.
Negative
which is supported,
income
by
tax?
By Republicans and Democrats. But it's limited.
What does that mean?
Mostly to women, single women with children. I think it should be expanded. Jobs create dignity. So I think acknowledging when people have problems and fixing
negative income tax? Right. Does that mean... What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean you're going to pay me
the hell is pay
if I have a job?
When it comes to policy, and you should be very careful.
If I make too
what
little,
you're trying to accomplish on how to fix this problem, what policies work. There are a lot of examples around the world about policies that work and policies that didn't work. Mm-hmm. And again, a lot of wealthier people I know wouldn't mind paying more taxes, but it's very important for my Democratic friends to also look at the following. they should justify how they spend money. Every department in Washington, everyone should say, I took your money, Mr. and Mr. Citizen, and here's what I did with it. Not how much I took, what are the outcomes? How many jobs? How many roads? And how come we haven't fixed these things? And put a little pressure on yourself before you just ask for more. I don't think even Democrats believe that throwing tons of money at Washington, D.C. is going to make the country that much better off. I think people are very cautious about feeding the beast too much, and for good reason. A lot of government programs have been abysmal failures, and we should acknowledge that both. Problems need to be fixed. Those solutions didn't work. Let's try something different.
If the race was
I love this
Trump,
dude.
do you think
like
for the first time there'd be a genuine
I'm about to like buy a share of fucking JP Morgan Chase right now. Like just for that. Just for his talk. Where are we at here, dude? What? Do I not own it here? Did I sell that? No way. I have it in the M1 Finance account. Dude. JPM Chase me. How much are you? Oh. Okay, one share me. Buy it. Password. Purchased. Purchased, yo. Purchased. You sold me on it. Add it to the list. JPM. One motherfucking share.
For an independent candidate?
I don't think so. I mean, there may be an opportunity one day for an independent party, but I don't think so. And people who know much more about policy have studied that, and they've come up with the answer no.
To bring it all together, Jamie, you've said that when your new headquarters is finished, that you wouldn't be moving back in at that point. If the building works on time, you've got three or 4 years left in your position.
Well, I always say 5.
I tell you guys, you said 5 a year ago, so it's definitely not 5
I tell you guys,
anymore.
I'm always going to say 5. Whenever you ask me, I'm going to say 5. But that's up to the board, and obviously we'll hopefully have a great transition.
But however many years it is, you're clearly incredibly passionate about your country, and very involved and thoughtful about the policies that can make the country stronger. So, after banking,
do you run?
Is some form of public service an option for you?
Probably not, but I would.
He's
never
like, hell no, I'm too smart for that.
But I do. I think
that's the problem.
Business, civic society, think of hospitals, schools, not-for-profits, working with government can fix our problems. I think yelling at each other is not going to fix our problems. Collaboration works, and you can go to certain cities around the world. What Mayor Duggan is doing in Detroit, which other mayors are doing, which some governors are doing, that works. Like, how do we get kids jobs out of the inner city schools? That's probably going to take business and community leaders and teachers to agree we need this kind of training. Can you help us train the trainers? And so, I want to fix those problems. I think we've really held America back. I've mentioned many times that we've grown 20% over the last 10 or 11 years. It should have been 40%. People don't ask that question. 40%, if you had another 20% growth or even 15% growth, okay, that would have been another $3 trillion of GDP. That would have been another $1.5 trillion or something in the pockets of our citizens. That would have sucked up maybe $1 trillion or even more of capital. So instead of buying back stock, maybe they would have needed that capital to invest in their businesses. Wages would have gone up even more. I guarantee inflation, interest rates would be higher. It would be more normal. I think we did this new, this secular stagnation, kind of this new normal. I think we did it to ourselves through bad policy, infrastructure, certain taxation, inner city schools, too much regulation, capricious and slow litigation, healthcare, which has cost too much. I think those are the things holding us back. And yes, we should share the great pleasantness nation with the less privileged.
Jamie, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. Thanks very much
I
for
love
coming to the
that.
conference, and thanks for your time today.
Well, thanks for coming.
We should share this nature.
Jamie Dimon, Chairman and CEO
so
of JP Morgan Chase.
stupid. I love it. That was a great little interview. Let's see what Mark Cuban's got to say. He's like, yeah, fuck this. provide frame of reference. Here's a timeline. Blah blah blah. Let's be real. Prize the smartest of all. This is that's just a bunch of fucking tweets that I don't want to fucking read. Like what? I think it's 12:38. We're about 2 hours into our stock market stream. I think we've exhausted all the news there is for the day. And we're going to be back for poker later, so I think we call it here. Find somebody to raid. I don't know who. Could raid Maddie Stapes? For sure. Let's do that. That's the move. That's where we're headed. Alright, y'all. Let's see. Raid channel. Maddie Ice. Start the raid.
LG Ultra.
Peace, y'all.
Innovation beyond boundaries.
Let's go to full screen while we go out. You know, get that full facial. Oof, looking good. So